Asante sana.
Excellent. The hashtag is one-on-one. Please talk to us. Use the hashtag one-on-one. This is the superstar himself. Everybody has been asking, who is the voice behind Sema Milele and Unajua? Well, he's right here. And this gentleman here speaks Swahili. Gilad. Gilad, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Habari yako? Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us on One-on-One. So let me just give a brief history, or rather just give you a little bit of his background. Gilad here is an Israeli ex-diplomat who is currently Kenya's biggest pop star, arguably. He's the former deputy head of mission at the Israeli embassy right here in Kenya, and he now works for British firm Balton CP Group as head of business development and public relations. Gilad, let me start with, how do you balance, a corporate background and now, your dive deep into entertainment, that balance?
First of all, I flow. I mean, whatever is happening, we talked earlier, did I expect, all this stuff with the music?
Yeah.
Not at all. So, I mean, I recorded a song and I put it out and I thought it was good and I felt comfortable with it. Wendy, of course, but never in my life did I dream this. It's only a few months old, so I'm balancing really well.
Yeah.
Just came back from Israel from a working trip, Amsterdam from a working trip. Heading to Barcelona on a working trip, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your grasp of Swahili, I mean, you don't quite speak it like you say, but, just the pronunciation and how listening to this song, nobody would ever imagine that this is coming from a Mzungu. So how did that come about?
Mzungu mweusi. It's, I've been here a long time, on and off 12 years. I left for LA in the middle for about 3 years. I studied beginning Swahili with a former Israeli ambassador, with a teacher from ISK where my kids go to school, and with another teacher, so I've done a lot of beginnings.
Yeah.
I'm still not good enough to do an interview in Swahili or watch the news in Swahili fluently or read, a newspaper fluently. But the words that I need and that I want to get, I'm finding.
So let's talk about Unajua. Unajua is currently trending his collabo with Wendy Kimani, and we'll be playing that for you shortly. So who wrote that and the Swahili infusion, the Swahili words? Did you write that yourself? Did you get a little bit of help from somebody?
No, I wrote Unajua. I mean, what's help? I get help from everybody. I mean, everybody. I ask everybody.
Yeah.
There's a new song, coming that's in Swahili Sanifu. And, the people who helped me get the words were like, the guy on the beach saying, how do you say stars? Nyota.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Unajua I wrote, Wendy wrote her part, but much later. I recorded Unajua and we finished it with MG, with the producer. We finished it a month before we brought Wendy in, which was actually, if you believe in coincidence, it was a coincidence. I asked Wendy to come in and sing harmonies on a finished song. She heard it, and then she wrote lyrics.
Yeah.
And when I saw her lyrics, I said, okay, I really want that in the song. And we opened it up and we recorded Wendy.
So what's the reaction to the audience when you stand up there with your, band and you sing Unajua or Sema Milele? How does the audience, the Kenyan audience particularly, react
I've been
to that?
singing, I mean, I'm used to the Mzungu singing Swahili reaction for years. The first time I got it was singing Ali Kiba's Cinderella.
Can you do a little bit of it?
Cinderella?
Yeah. Just right here. A proud moment.
Kona kipindi kile twasoma shule msingi Kigoma.
Wow.
Najua ulinipenda ilo kutaka penzi kulilinda. Ali Kiba does it better.
Wow, Ali Kiba would be so proud of you.
He was the first Swahili song I ever sang. I learned it on the acoustic. I was in Malindi on vacation, singing it. I was on a second floor balcony of a hotel, so you couldn't see downstairs. Sang the whole song through and finished and stood up, and all happy with myself. And down there on the grass are 4 gardeners dressed in uniforms, and one of them goes, "Hey, huyu ni Mzungu." And ever since then I've been getting that. I sing Kidum, sing a bit of Giuliani.
What is your favorite Kidum song?
Haturudi nyuma kamwe.
Yeah, me too. So actually, I want to take you guys back to Unajua. For those of you who haven't watched the video, because I know it's been on high rotation on the airwaves, radio. For those of you who haven't seen the video, let's get a little bit of a snippet on Unajua, and just check this out. Let's know what you think. Use the hashtag #1on1. Reception and the reaction to Unajua, did you ever think that it would be this huge?
No way. And I mean, I was telling you earlier, it's like in Israel. So I get a WhatsApp message yesterday from my sister-in-law telling me her sister heard it at a random wedding in Israel.
Yeah.
Dude. You know?
Yeah, how huge is that? I
mean, at a random wedding in Israel, they're playing a song which, I mean, they translated it. They, you know, it's like you can download it now in Israel, and that's so cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
But your preference for love songs, Sema Milele is the perfect wedding song.
Sema Milele, I wrote for my wife.
Oh, you wrote for your wife?
I wrote for my wife. Literally, I mean, I'm like on the balcony at night, and she's sleeping. Kids are away, and she's sleeping in the living room, and I'm on the balcony writing a song, and we released it on 26th of August, which was our 18th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it was completely dedicated to her.
Yeah. Lucky wife. Okay, so your preference for the love songs. Is there a particular preference? I mean, do you have a particular preference for love songs? Are we hoping to see different mood in your song, in your context, in your themes?
I can tell you exactly what you're going to see. Literally, I was telling you I landed this morning, and tomorrow morning flying to Diani to film a video clip for a new song. 24 hours in Diani. The song is called Rangia Bahari.
Wow.
And it's in
which is blue.
Swahili.
Is Bahari blue? Yeah,
Bahari,
it is blue.
Bahari.
Some people say it's green.
We'll see what we get. Hopefully it'll be nice weather and we can film well.
Yeah.
But so we're filming that in Diani. I'm doing a song featuring Gashago. He's a young Kenyan musician who I met in the studio and blew me away with his voice, and I was like, yeah, this is the one I want to sing with.
Okay. Do you plan to do collabos in all your releases, or are we hoping to see just a Gilad affair?
So Gashago is the next song, and right after that, and probably at the same time, because I'm so impatient with this releasing songs thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like people are asking, what about the album? When we get to 10 songs, we'll have an album. Right now, I'm writing, releasing. So then the other song is called Salama. And Salama is not a love song as in romantic love. It's a lot of love in it, but not romantic love. And it's, yeah, I mean, that's a spin a bit.
Okay. And a lot of people are asking, why Kenya? Why your passion for Swahili? Why perhaps not another African language?
First of all, life found me here. I mean, it just happened. The first time we came was by choice, was backpacking back in '96. We weren't even married then. We came back from here and I proposed. That was 97. Came back here in 2003. I was appointed to my position by the foreign ministry. I was sent here. It wasn't my choice. Actually, Nairobi was my third choice on my list. Yeah? No, I mean, I didn't know anything then, and my father was a very senior diplomat. He passed away just as I was entering the ministry. So we never had a chance to work together. I never had a chance to really consult with him. He was very sick, and by the time I got posted to Nairobi, I couldn't really get his opinion. Probably if he would have been alive and healthier, I would have gone to serve in Turkey, because I grew up there as a diplomat's kid. When he was ambassador, I speak Turkish, very close to the Turkish people, and I could have never had my Nairobi experience, my Kenya experience. But we fell in love with this place, all of us, the kids, my wife, all of us.
And the music, and this is what a lot of artists struggle with, and this is why a lot of artists have side gigs. Is the music making you money? Could you confidently say that, you know what, I'm done with my corporate world and I'm now venturing full-time into music?
I have made zero on the music. I'm actually invested about $500,000 in video clips and songs and stuff like that. But I mean, I haven't made a penny because it's not on download yet, it's not on ringtones yet, it's not on anything. Honestly, because we kind of stumbled into this, and that's not what this is about. I have a good job. I'm okay for salary. Actually, I have an NGO called Israel for Africa, which I was thinking of, if we make money from the music, put it into that. And then Israel for Africa was doing agribusiness. I drink the Kool-Aid. I believe what I sell. So the NGO that we formed in memory of my father did that. With the group Creative Generations, the one who were on Churchill. Their greenhouse was Israel for Africa.
And let's talk about your job, where you're working as head of business development and public relations, and your agriculture and communications involvement. Agriculture is cool, or rather you have a campaign which is supposed to attract young people to invest and possibly look at agriculture as an avenue where they can make money. Let's talk a little bit about that.
To understand my perspective into it is to compare Israel to Kenya. Israel is tiny. It's 21,000 square kilometers. Kenya is 26 times the size of Israel. Israel is a desert. 80% desert. Low rainfall in Israel is 1/20th of what it is in Turkana. Yet and only 3% of 7 million Israelis do agriculture. Here, everybody's a farmer. If you have a shamba, you're growing somewhere. And yet, Israel is one of the biggest exporters of horticulture to Europe, and Kenya is dealing with food insecurity. So you ask why? What's the gap? And the gap that we identified, with the team there, was knowledge, practical know-how, experience, and technology. And that's, now we've added to that trainings, and we're way advanced in terms of a call center that reminds the farmers what is the next stage. Loans with Equity Bank, with Chase, Rafiki, with...
Why the focus on young people?
First of all, it's not necessarily only. Okay, women have been doing it, and they are the best farmers. We have a loan with Kenya Women Finance Trust, which is phenomenal, lots of women's groups. The youth at one point, first it started with the Kenya Red Cross. By the way, shout out to Kenya Red Cross, 50 years today. So Abbas Goulet, and when we met Abbas Goulet, he went to see a schools project we were doing with Honorable Charles Kilonzo Nyata. We took, Abbas came to Amiran, and we did the first schools. That grew through Kenyans for Kenya to over 1,000 schools, which it's a mindset change. If the kids look at drip irrigation, this is the same kids who are being punished for misbehaving. They get sent to do agriculture, right? The mindset change is that the best kids get to do the drip irrigation. They go home to mom and dad and say, Dad, you got all this land, why are you not doing drip? And dad says, what's drip? Okay, because the kids have something new available to them. Farming is Cool came up later first as an image campaign, but then it grew to get kids to look closer. Then Giuliani comes in. Now, Giuliani is like a godsend to a project like this. He's the voice of the street. He's like the conscience of the street. People love him. The kids respect him. And he's sober, sharp, focused. Giuliani's done the training on the farmer's kit like 7 times, we did a Farming is Cool concert tour, sponsored by a media group, sponsored by the Kenya Red Cross, the Youth Fund. And we went across the country, and hashtag Farming is Cool became really popular. Now Balton has taken that to 7 other countries. It's been launched. This is Kenyan-grown this is an African-born solution in Kenya, no different than M-Pesa. It's not born in Israel. The components came from Israel, but this was born here. And this Kenyan 6-year experience is now being exported to Zambia, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, Ghana, launched by presidents in those countries.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, away from that, Gilad, how can people reach you, people who actually want to see this celebrity in the flesh?
You know, the celebrity
is there a
word
place
is
where you
surreal,
do your
yes.
gig? Is there a place where you do your thing? Can people actually watch you perform?
I've been performing for 4 years with Calabash Band, Sundays at Black Diamond in Westlands. So that's like my soul, my place where I can let off. I sing in English, I sing in Swahili, and that's just an awesome time. And you know, Calabash Band adopted me, kind of. Okay. But I haven't really yet gone out to do bigger things. I don't think that I'm interested in doing like weddings and corporate events. I know a lot of people who want Sema Milele at their wedding might be disappointed, but I'm not looking in that direction. Right now I'm making music, I'm releasing songs. We performed at the, you know, I Stand With Janet concert and got to experience, you know, Janet herself, which was amazing, and everybody around, which was like, you know, I got to meet Wahoo and Nameless. You know what I mean?
You actually have like you're a groupie for certain, well, for lack of a better word.
I'm starstruck to be sitting here with you.
Oh,
yes? But I mean, Wahoo Sweet Love is the first song I heard in Swahili and English, Swahilish. Yeah. So that was an influence, a real big influence. And when I met her, I was about to say, wow, you're Wahoo, and she goes, unajua, and I was like, whoa. Yeah. You know?
So we have some tweets for you, Gilad. Let's take a look at what guys are saying on Twitter. Use the hashtag #111. Keep talking to us. Let's check out what you're saying. All right, there we go. What a pleasure it is to have you on the show, Gilad.
Thank you. That guy has been tweeting in Hebrew.
Yeah? Oh yeah, I'll ask you about that shortly. Nice performance, man. Big up Sana every time. Ni big time. Okay. Wairimo, Gilad on 1-on-1. Yay, he deserves international love. Super. Gilad is a great artist. Big up to him. Thank you, Eva. And Nelly.
Know how to show love.
Yeah, I love your music so much. In fact, Najwa is my ringtone. Big up.
Thank you. You know what? But I've been asked non-stop, so what is it about Kenya, right? Every now in Israel they ask. Here, everybody's curious why. The answer is that Masai Mara is awesome. So is Diani Beach, and you know the views and the place and magical Kenya. But that won't keep you here 12 years. It's the people. Okay? Honestly, Kenyans are so generous, humble, kind, loving.
What's your favorite Kenyan cuisine? Like, what do you
know? I mean, I chose it for Najua. Ugali and Mdundo is like my thing, right? But I mean, we eat at home everything Kenyan, and we're comfortable with it. And I mean, I love the food here, but I love the people. I love the atmosphere. The world could learn a ton from Kenya, okay?
Thank you for being such a great ambassador.
You know, actually the funny thing is, I went to Israel with this, I mean, this is me going to Israel as people are looking at me going, hey, the Kenyan guy. Yeah? And so funnily enough, somehow it has turned into that. And the glass is always full, it's not half full. Even air is something. Kenya is phenomenal, and Kenyans are phenomenal, and you know, the warm together here that happens in good times and bad, the atmosphere of entrepreneurship and always wanting to improve and get better, and the power to do it. In my little crystal ball, 50 years from now, the world will look to Africa, and Kenya is now the place in Africa. It's #1.
And a little thank you so much for that. I mean, I'm sure Kenyans love you for that. Gilad actually was once interviewed right here on Citizen TV back in the day by one who, Hamani Gambi? Hamani Gambi interviewed you at that time when you were a diplomat, isn't it? So I want to go back to, you know, just what everybody is asking, which is, you know, about Jews. And somebody wrote in and said he's a Kenyan Jew, and I don't know, I don't even know what that means. But just demystify this religion and what it's about. That's
the toughest question in the world for me.
I know.
For me, because it's something that I personally deal with a lot, okay? I am Jewish, which means, you know, and I'm very proud of that. And I know all the prayers, and I've studied them, and so on and so on. And, you know, Jesus was a Jew, so always the question in Kenya, you know, how do Jews not believe in Jesus? I'd love to take the religion answer to a different place. I just came from Amsterdam, where a guy was playing Imagine in the Dam Square in memory of Paris, and Mali today, and religion has gone way too far, okay? And I learned that in Kenya. In Kenya, the individual in the Shamba, his relationship with the energies around him, life, God, everything, is there. It's natural. It's real. It doesn't need a church in the middle or a... I don't want to say anything bad. God forbid I should get, you know, everything, everybody would... But my point is this. I acknowledge 1,000,000% that there's a higher power. I believe in it. I know it's there. I feel it in my life.
And you find places here to worship, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, but I worship 24/7. God is with me always, and I share that love with everybody all the time. I believe in that. But religion has been taken to the wrong place if it's causing death and murder and stuff like that. That's like the one thing I can say about that. And I'm saying it from a place of an absolute true believer.
Well said. So as we wind up, Gilad, what are we expecting from you in coming weeks? You said you're off to
Within 2 weeks. Within Diani tomorrow morning.
Yes, you're off
Within
to
2 weeks. Actually, they're driving down the production team right now. I get to fly, but they're...
Yeah.
So, I mean, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, plus the time. But in the next 2 weeks, God willing, Rangia Bahari as a video clip, and Salama as a lyrical video, and we'll release both. And hopefully people will like it and get a good reaction. And then there's another one in the works called Usiende. Yeah, and it's like really nice.
Super. So have they given you a Kenyan name yet? Have you been christened or baptized? What's your Kenyan name?
I'll tell you a funny story. The only nickname I've been given here was by Calabash themselves. They used to say, and now the King of Love.
The King of Love.
The guy I'm singing with, Gashago, in the next song, his nickname is the Loving King. So God placed the Loving King and the King of Love in the same studio, and here comes a song.
You know, we're looking for a Swahili name. A Swahili name. Yeah.
Nice,
or should we give you one?
You come up with... You know, okay, one more story. A funny guy who's very senior up, okay, a friend, says that he's been winning bets on me on Unajua because he plays it for friends, and he says, I'll bet you can't guess which guy is the tribe this guy is.
Yeah.
So I said to him, okay, what have they been guessing? He said, everybody's guessing Luya.
Luya?
So I said, you know, Gilad Wafula, Gilad, you know.
That's a good one. So Gilad Wafula.
Gilad works. That's Gilad works.
Okay, but thank you so much for your love for Kenya, for preaching, you know, love to the masses, and indeed for your Farming is Cool campaign. Thank you so much for even making time to be here with us on One
Thanks for having me so much.
And you now get a chance to watch all of Milele. We're going to, rather, Unajua.
Sema Milele.
No, we're playing Unajua.
Okay.
Unajua is my favorite. Are we playing Sema Milele? Oh, we're playing Sema Milele. Okay, we're playing Sema Milele. Thank you so much for your time. It's been great. That's a wrap. That's all the time we had. Talk to us on Twitter. Use the hashtag #OneOnOne. Here's Sema Milele with Gilad.